welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with FC Groningen. Since the last episode, we've played one game against local rivals, and it was just a tiny little 6-1 victory. Yeah, I don't really know what happened in this game. At half-time, it was 1-1. Julian Green scored the opening goal for us after 5 minutes. Then Leon Marinic scored their equaliser 5 minutes later. We went all the way through to half-time, where I actually singled out James Taylor and said, "You're not doing very well." And then he went and scored 2 in the second half, not before Idris Ibergruen gets himself a hat-trick as well, 71, 78 and 80 minutes. James Taylor, 82 and 84. Stand-out performance of this game, though, ignoring the fact that the 3 goal scorers, Dinamo Dagenham. Now, for some reason in this game, he was a legit hero, picking up 2 assists against our local rivals Heerenveen. And he, in the second half, once again, he turned into a ridiculous player. I don't know where this performance came from. We haven't seen it much from him at all when we have played him this season. So he's kind of forced his way back into the first team. That victory in the league then does see us sit 9th in the table, bang smack in the middle. We've got 2 games in hand over most teams in the league. But today, we have to focus on qualifying for the knockout stages of the Europa League. Only a win will do to get us through. Basically, we are sat 3rd in the table. Sporting are playing Hapoel Beersheva. If Sporting win, we can go through on a draw. If Sporting win, we go through on a draw. If Hapoel Beersheva win, we have to win? Maybe. I don't know. No, yeah, we definitely have to win that one, because then we have to get 10 points. If we lose, we are completely out of it. So we need to win, because 2 of the 3 scenarios of that match need us to win. Sporting can win and we can draw. Beersheva can win and we have to win. Sporting and Beersheva draw, we need to win. Basically we need to win. That was a really long-winded way to say basically nonsense. So, starting lineup, in goal, Sergio Pat, back 4, the superstar Dinamo Dagenham, who wants to leave, but I've said you can leave if PSV make a bid for you. PSV don't want to buy him anymore. Juna Toivio and Nicholas Fieri are the 2 central defenders. Jol van Nijf returns to the starting 11 because Kingsley Madu, he's unregistered for this competition. He played the last game and he was actually really good. So Jol van Nijf is back in. Anoma and Christian Frydek are the 2 central midfielders. Dino Hotic and Julian Green are the 2 wingers. James Taylor partners Idris Ibergruen up front. Now, Taylor started the last game, really badly. I'm hoping he doesn't do the same against Dinamo. The last match Dinamo played, I think, in the Europa League was against Hapoel Beersheva, and Sudani scored 5, maybe, in the last game they played, so he's most definitely a goal threat for them. I'm not quite sure what I want out of this game, because in a way, not going through to the next round is kind of appealing, because it means we can then focus solely on just trying to do well in the league, which obviously at the moment we're not doing too well. But at the same time, if we get knocked out, immediately Sporting take the lead, moves us into 2nd place. If we get knocked out of this, is that kind of a failure, particularly when we've got teams that aren't massive? Looking at some of the other groups, there's Tottenham and Chelsea in there, so some of these teams are fairly small sides. We should be making our way through. As Dinamo come into the area, Stojanovic, sure, they've had a go, it's saved. I've realised probably playing against Croatian side is not going to be easy for me trying to pronounce things. 20 minutes on the clock. Sudani on the ball. Dumbuya in the middle. Forward to Gavin. Gavranovic, sure. Sudani, the right-sided midfielder, cuts inside. Gavranovic again. Sudani once again has a go. Sergio Pat makes a save. He's a bit questionable at the moment, Sergio. He's making saves, but he's not making convincing saves. Koric with the corner. Freire gets it clear back to Koric again. What is he going to do with it? Crossed in first time. Danny Olmo, sure, him, he missed. We've got a corner now. Dino Hotic takes it. Toivio's there. It's cleared. Frydek is going to close it down. Hotic would like it back if you can go turn around, maybe. Or play it across to the centre-back who was up for the corner. Julian Green back in the middle to Frydek. Frydek forward to James Taylor. Edge of the area, has a go just over the bar. Jol van Nijf has got himself injured. He's got himself injured. He's cut his head. This man, this season, has given away penalties, scored own goals, got sent off, got injured. He is a liability. I'm really regretting selling Django Warmadam. Sporting looks like they may have done us a huge favour. They are beating Hapoel Beersheva 4-0. Van Nijf, first time cross. Hotic is there. Doesn't get it. Ibagruen's there. Julian Green's had a go. Julian Green's put it in the back of the net. 32 minutes on the clock. And we look like we are going through to the next stage of the competition. The only way we cannot go through now is if Dinamo score twice or Hapoel Beersheva... No, Hapoel Beersheva need to... It doesn't matter what they do. They're gone now. They're done. Headed forward by Julian Green. Ibagruen tries to find James Taylor. Does find James Taylor. Dino Hotic is in front. Onoma is in front as well. Ibagruen's in the area. And Edis Ibagruen continues his goal-scoring form with a goal against Dinamo in Croatia. Also Sporting a 5-0 up against Hapoel Beersheva. Half-time, we go in 2 goals to the good. It's been a fairly even game, but we are the lucky ones. We've actually scored. Right, so what I'm going to do, James Taylor, he's already looking extremely delighted. Passionately, you weren't that bad. I believe I have faith in you. I think I said that to him last time, and it worked. So, we'll say it again, and hopefully he'll score 2 goals and get an assist. Mario Gavranovic has just gone off injured for Dinamo, who I think is probably one of their better players. Interestingly, they brought off Sudani, who was the guy who scored a lot of goals. I feel like they don't want to win this. 65 minutes played so far this half. We've had very little going on. Tom van Weert is going to come on for James Taylor. One thing I've spotted, Van Weert and Veldwijk, their ability is dropping, and I don't know whether it's because they're getting older or we are getting better players in, but they are both now just 2.5 star, which is why they haven't really played a huge amount this season. I'm also going to bring on Janino Bacuna for Christian Frydek because I'm thinking we're 2-0 up. We don't really need to risk him. Stojanovic, Korik. I'm pretty sure that Korik was actually really good in one of the older games. Hodzic. Fiolik has a go. It's saved by the keeper. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Ante Koric, who's the guy... I want to have a look at him, but I'll wait to the end of the game. Bacuna. Dunberg gets it clear. Bacuna's going to get it back. Takes it out wide. He's got number 5 behind him. Not sure who number 5 is. Koric gets the ball clear to the halfway line. Hodzic. Hodzic's got 2 players on him. Keeps the ball. Through ball to Koric. Koric to Fiolik. Fiolik crossed to Ademi. And Arajan Ademi makes it 2-1. The game is not over yet. This is Ante Koric. He's actually really good. Like, really, really good. Why is he wasting his time in Dinamo? 15 minutes left to play. We've got 1 substitution to use, and we're going to use it now. Dino Hotic is going to come off. We don't really have anyone who can play there. Ibrahimi can play there. We'll shift them over like that. That'll work. Do I go contain, or not contain, just go defensive for the last few minutes? Try and not concede. Toivio with a free kick. Long ball forward to Josh Onoma. Doesn't get it. Sunjic. Forward to Fiolik, the goal scorer. Hodzic over the halfway line. Plenty of numbers running forward for Dinamo. Forward again to Ante Koric. I've just insulted him, so he's probably going to score. Ibagruen across to Tom van Weert. Van Weert's got 2 players running. Dejin Dakanam is 1. Can he get round his man? No, he can't. Crossed in instead. Not a good cross. Koric is going to collect the clearance. Through ball, Hodzic. There is 9 or 8 minutes left to play of normal time. Hodzic has a go, hits it wide. We need to probably kind of try and shut up shop a little bit. Play on the counter. That'll do for now. Ibrahimi with a free kick, edge of the area. Van Weert's there. Van Weert's headed it just wide. It's going to be a goal kick. We've got very little amount of time left. 6 minutes of injury time, though. Okay, we've got quite a while left. Legjaks, sure. Fiolik, who's now injured. Hodzic runs into the area. Crossed in. Danny Olmo's there. What a save by Sergio Pat. Right at the death. The 93rd minute gives away a corner. They've taken the corner. Koric is there. Hodzic is there. And Hodzic has put it in. We've thrown away another lead. Why do we do this? How can we stop doing that? Luckily for us, Sporting have just battered Hapoel Beersheva, which means there is no chance that we can drop any lower unless Dinamo score a goal here, which I don't think is going to happen. It hasn't happened. We have managed to scrape through, but once again, conceding late goals, which is causing us some issues. Jol van Nijf is out for 3 to 5 days. We'll use the club doctor. And also, so we've got a bit of money for drawing. We've qualified for the first knockout round. There's going to be some very, very big names in that, isn't there? We've also picked up 267k for finishing second, and I've released a whole load of youth players. Now that the Europa League is all sorted, we can focus back on the Eredivisie, and it looks like we now currently have 3 games in hand over a lot of teams in the league. Obviously, we will get onto our 16th game in a second against ADO Den Haag, but everyone else is now mostly on 18 games. The starting lineup we are going to go for then against ADO Den Haag is actually the same starting lineup that we went against Dinamo, apart from the only change is going to be Jol van Nijf has been replaced by Kingsley Madu because Jol van Nijf is slightly injured, and I do quite like Kingsley Madu. So, Pat in goal, Dagenham, Toivio, Frieri and Madu as the back four, Frydek and Onoma in the middle, Hotic and Green as the wingers, Iberguren and James Taylor are the strikers. I think ADO Den Haag are one of those teams that are actually performing below what they're expected to be doing, much like ourselves. I think they're like 10th or 11th in the table, maybe even lower than that. So this is most definitely a game that we really could do with picking up some points in. 15 minutes in, and so far we've had very little action. We've had a couple of shots, but no highlights. ADO Den Haag, by the way, 15th in the table, so they are most definitely underperforming. First highlight of the game, and it's taken 24 minutes to get here. What? That's not a chance I'm going to pronounce that name. Johnson's in the area, and Johnson's put it in. Bjorn Jonsson. Oh, really? Really? We've had one highlight, and they've scored. Highlight immediately following the goal as well. Toivio on the ball. Onoma. Ball across field for Julian Green. Julian Green, hopefully he can find someone. Frydek in the middle. Ball out wide for Dino Hotic. Is he going to get on the end of it? Yes, he is. Crossed in low, and Iberguren's there. It's one apiece, but we shouldn't have gone 1-0 down in the first place. Another highlight a couple of minutes later. Blanco chests the ball down for ADO Den Haag. Cross field ball. Johnson, the goal scorer, takes it out wide, tries to get round his man, and looks like he's going to succeed very easily because Madu didn't want to follow him. Johnson crossed in. Clipped the top of the crossbar. Lindberg's going to get the ball back, and Dagenham goes through the back of him, gives away a throw on. The little flurry of activity has stopped, so we can kind of calm down, collect ourselves. We shouldn't have really conceded that early, but then again, ADO Den Haag are a team that we always seem to lose against. 3 minutes before half time, and there is another highlight. Kodjo. Blanco's not going to get there. Frieri intercepts Toivio. Ball forward to Iberguren, doesn't bother going for the header. Ben Hassani, Johnson's running on. 2 players in the box so far at the moment for ADO Den Haag. Plays out to Kodjo. Ben Hassani spins. Lindberg on the volley. It's a good effort. It's just wide. At half-time, it is 1 apiece with ADO Den Haag. Let's do the team talk. Everyone's looking fired up. I need to do something. Now, there was one thing that I've done before. So I've turned on passing to space. I don't think that's normally on there. I've also got retained possession. I'm wondering whether... Is there a... No, passing... Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Maybe. Sure. Let's go counter. Sure. I don't know what I'm doing. Corner for Frydek. 49 minutes on the clock. It's cleared by Buglesdick. Hotic gets it back. Frydek once again. Can he cross it in low? He does cross it in. It's a flippin' awful cross. Taylor's going to hopefully keep it in play. He does. Gets tackled. Counter-attack is potentially on, but we intercept it. Frieri. Julian Green not having a good game so far. Iberguren gets Frydek's pass. Through ball to James Taylor, and Taylor's hit it wide. Get off the pitch. Get off the pitch, James Taylor. Sekou Karamoko is going to come on. Julian Green also going to come off for... Right, Hotic can go there. Julian Green is going to come off for Bakuna. Mate, sure. Winger, support, go. We're 49 minutes in, I've done 2 subs. Highlight straight away following the substitutions. Buglesdick, Memija. Ben Hassani doesn't get the Iberguren's facing the wrong way. Buglesdick again, back to the keeper of Gruthausen. Myers stands with the ball. Jensen to Lindberg. Lindberg's... Bakuna was chasing him down. Bel Hassani. I called him Ben Hassani earlier. Lindberg. Bel Hassani again in the middle. Ball out wide. It's not a good ball. Frieri gets it. Madu. Why did you do a back heel there? Sergio Pat controls in his 6-yard box. What are you going to do with it? Run. He's going to run apparently. Kicks it over the halfway line. Iberguren flicks on the head, but no one's there. Memija, where are you going to go? Ball forward towards Johnson. Madu wins a header. Iberguren gets it to Frydek. Frydek Back inside to Ibagruan. Ibagruan to Karamoko. And Sekou Karamoko has made it 2-1. Super sub Sekou Karamoko. It is far too early for us to shut up shop, but they have a corner. Myers takes the corner. Johnson's there. Blanco's at the back. He's hit the bar. It's cleared. I don't think even shutting up shop would have made any difference with that chance. When we get to about 75 minutes, I'm going to go proper defensive. I'm probably going to take off a striker, which will have to be Ibagruan. Bring on another centre-back and play 5 at the back, I think. 65 minutes. Karamoko brings the ball over the halfway line, gets tackled, but Bakuna picks up the loose ball. 3 players in the box if he can find any of them. Ibagruan's one header just over the bar. We are at 75 minutes. Let's push it to 80 and then shut up shop. 80 minutes and 6 seconds. I feel bad for bringing you off, but Ibagruan is going to be coming off, and we're going to replace him with old Kasper Larsson. We're going to have to sit like that. Drop back as well. Drop back. Don't even play on the counter, just play defensive. Very negative football, but if it gets us a win, then it's very positive. I'm going to tell them to concentrate for the final 5 minutes or so, because there's going to be, there's 4 minutes of injury time. So let's hope there are no more highlights and it stays 2-1, and Sekou Karamoko is going to be the hero of the game. 40 seconds of the 94 minutes left to play. Ball forward. Sekou Karamoko's one-on-one with the keeper. Karamoko forces a save out of Groothuizen. He should have scored. It should have been 3-1. Corner to be taken by Frydek. Final 5 seconds of the game. Hotic, have a go, son. He finds Bakuna. Bakuna's had a go. Groothuizen makes a save. It is going to end 2-1 to FC Groningen, and our league form is hopefully back on track. Team talk was fairly non-existent there from Hendry Cruzen. I am going to end this episode here. We have clawed our way all the way back up to 7th in the table now, still with 2 games in hand. Do a bit of quick maths in my head. If we win both of those games, we will be on 31 points, which is potentially enough to put us maybe into 4th. Although Heerenveen and Vitesse also have 2 games in hand. PSV have a game in hand, so by the end of tomorrow, maybe, we might actually be back down to 8th. Next episode, we are going to probably have just league games. I'm thinking it's going to be here. Maybe. Oh, that's a horrific run of fixtures. That's terrible. So we're playing final PSV Vitesse and then PSV again. It's going to be somewhere there. Maybe the middle 2. Maybe those 2 like that. We might do that. I'm not going to show you the Dutch Cup third round. I'm not really fussed about the Dutch Cup unless we get to the semi-final. If we get to the semi-final, then I'm going to start paying attention. But right now, it's all about the league and maybe the Europa League. The Europa League knockout rounds will be drawn tomorrow. We'll go forward for a day. First knockout round draw, and just looking at some of the names here. Look at these names. AC Milan, AA Ghent. Screw that noise. We don't want them. Ajax are in there, Anderlecht, Monaco, Chelsea, CSKA Moscow, Dortmund, Fenerbahce, Fiorentina, Hamburg, Hanover, Hertha, Krasnodar, Lazio, Montpellier, Napoli, Lyon, Marseille, Real Betis, Real Sociedad, Heerenveen, Shakhtar, Sparta Prague. Oh, these are some... Right, do you know who I want? And I don't know whether it's possible. I'd like Heerenveen, because we beat them 6-1. Maybe a Villarreal. Villarreal's probably a possible. Young boys is fine. We'll do it slowly. Who we got? Hamburg versus Lyon. Lazio, Real Sociedad. I can never remember. I need to change their names. AAB. We'll take this one. Hertha. Damn. Hanover versus Fiorentina. Nope. We have a home draw. And, oh, Jesus. Look at the names that are left. Sparta Prague. Give us Sparta Prague, maybe Fenerbahce. Watford? Do you reckon we could beat Watford? We're 3 years in. Watford might be really good now. We've got Tottenham. It's not the draw that I wanted. So we are going to have a trip to London at some point in the near future. I think it's actually going to be... Yeah, it's in February, so it's way down the list. What will probably happen, next episode will be somewhere here. It'll be PSV Vitesse. Then the episode after that might be a Tottenham doubleheader. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. Who knows? The Dutch Cup thing might get in the way. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2018, where we successfully qualified out of the group stages. Now have to play Tottenham, and we've moved up to 7th in the Eredivisie. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time.